Hello everyone. Previously we had discussed on the topic stack, right? So today we'll be discussing on the topic graph, right? So let's let's get into the definition part here. What does it say? A graph is a collection of nodes or the vertices connected by edges, right? So graphs can be directed or undirected. Again, graphs can be directed or undirected. In Python, graphs can be represented using the dictionaries. Just keep this in mind, man. This is very important, right? In Python, graphs can be represented using the dictionaries or the adjacency lists for efficient traversal, right? So we'll be seeing that one in the example, no worries. So here just keep this in mind. In Python, graphs can be represented using the dictionaries or adjacency lists for efficient traversal, right? So I hope this part is completely clear. So now let's try to understand the same with a very simple example, man, right? So I'll just go with, as usual, graph here. Graph equals, so this is represented using the dictionaries, right? Or the adjacency list. So I'll just go with a dictionary here. So let me go with a dictionary here. Nothing but key and the value. So this one, a key. So let me pass some value. I'll just go with b comma c, b comma c, right? So this one has to be, these two are different, right? So this one has to be b comma c, right? So now let me give comma here. The same thing, let me copy the entire line, this one, let me make the necessary changes over here, and let me give one more thing here. Yeah, this is fine. So now let me pass, um, here this will be empty. Let me give empty graph here. So why this is screaming, what error we have got? So this one has to be a bc. I'll just go with a d. D is enough. This is fine as well. Now let me go with d again. So this is fine as well. mm, b c, b comma c, this is fine. D, this is also fine. Now we cannot have the same key, right? So I'll just go with c. So this one will be, I'll just go with a d. So this one, let me remove this line entirely. So this one, let me make this one d. So this is fine. Now still, why we are getting the error, man? Yeah, now this is correct, fine, right? So now, so let me print something here. Let me go with print just for the interactiveness, right? So I'll just go with graph. This one has to be, let me pass the variable name graph here. So basically, we are going with the adjacency list here by making use of the dictionary. See here, in Python, graphs can be represented using dictionaries or adjacency lists for efficient traversal. We are going with the adjacency list, right? So let me show this one. See here. So it can be basically directed, graphs can be directed or undirected, right here. So let me consider different this thing here. 1 second, just give me 1 second. So yeah, uh, in Python, graphs can be directed or undirected. Not only in Python, basically in general, graphs can be directed or undirected, right? So here from A, this is adjacency list, means from A, this is going to B and C, right? So let me represent this one as A. So this is going to B and C. So this is undirected graph, basically. Let me remove this arrow mark, right? So this is undirected graph. So now from B, it is going to D, right? So this has to be D. From B, this is going to D. This has to be D. From C also, this is going to D. Means this has to be this one, right? From A, it is going to B and C, right? So B and from A, it is going to B and C, right? So C, B and C. This is fine. From D, it is not going anywhere. So it is going to C and B basically, right? So C and B itself, right? So just give me a second here. So let's do one thing. Let's consider directed graph itself. So from A, it is going to be this one, and from A, it is going to C, right? So from B, it is just going to D. So let me make this one directed graph. From C, it is going to D, right? So from D, it is not going anywhere. So let me leave this one. So D has no neighbors here. And also, let's from C it is going only to D, right? So this is fine. From B it is going to D. Yeah, this is the adjacency list. Basically, this is for the directed graph. This is for the directed graph. For the undirected graph, you can just remove this one, and remove this one. Means remove the arrow mark, and the adjacency list will be from A. It is going to B as well as C. From B, it is going to this one, A as well as D. From D, it is going to this one, C as well as what do you call C as well as B. From C, it is going to A as well as D, right? So this is for the undirected graph. This is for the undirected graph. For the directed graph, we have considered this one as directed graph itself. So adjacent cell list, this would be A, B, C, B, D, C to the D, and D empty, right? So let's print the graph. The output that we need to get here is A key and B comma C, B key and D, C key and D is key and the empty arrow. The same thing, right? So we're just printing the graph here. So let me come here. I'll just give here Python. Let me do one thing. I'll just right click here, rename. Let me copy this one, paste dot py. Right. So we are getting the output A, this one within the dictionary, right? A, B, C, the same thing. B, D, C, D, and D empty array. So this is fine. Now, basically what this is showing output A connects to B and C. So directed graph which I considered, right? A connects to B and C. B connects to D. B connects to D. C connects to D as well. C connects to D as well. And D has no neighbors, right? Directed graph we considered. I showed you the same thing, right? So for the undirected graph also, I showed you the adjacency list, right? So just keep in mind, right? So whenever we are solving the problems, so we have to know directed graph definition, directed and undirected graph difference, and this thing, the one which I showed with this one arrow mark, that is nothing but the directed graph. The one which didn't had arrow mark is nothing but the undirected graph, right? So then we have adjacency list and adjacency matrix, right? So we don't have to worry about the just adjacency matrix for now. So I have just said about the adjacency list, right? So while solving the problem, you'll get the adjacency matrix is simple, man, very simple, right? So now this is it for the graph. Simple, right? So now we are done with the graph concept. So let me summarize whatever we have learned so far, man, right? So graphs model relationships and are widely used in networking, maps, and social media. Again, graphs model relationships and are widely used in networking, maps, and social media. So this is it for the graph, right? So this is it for the graph. So next we will be discussing on the topic tree, right? So next we'll be discussing on the topic tree. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.